Well, it's day 2 here in New Hampshire. Aaron and I didn't make out great yesterday. Our little honey hole was full of hunters. But we're out the place we hunted last year after we met up with our buddy Brian. And we actually got a first fresh track right here. The freshest track we've seen since the doe I jumped yesterday, but it's a few hours old. What do you think? You want to keep going or
go check, see if we can find?
Yeah.
That?
So I think.
Scrub this one off.
Yeah. Just mark it on the on-X so we know where it is. Kind of driving down the other side of that little brook where that buck track went in. You get, looks like doe and a lamb going into that piece there, so that's good. We'll keep going, see what else is in there. Well, we're pretty sure that buck's in this piece here. Aaron's gonna go in where this doe and lamb went, follow them in, and see if he can't cut a track or hunt his way down towards where the buck track went in. And I'm gonna go back around and take the buck track, so hopefully we kill one. This morning would be good. So what we got, I just dropped Aaron off. I believe what happened was since we come through here, a buck come down off of the ridge here, went in there, and then turned right around and went back up there. So we'll, put Aaron on it, figure it out. I'll go back and take that other buck track. But, so the two of us, we're both going to be on track first thing this morning, so hopefully one of them works out. All right, go get him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back where that buck track was. I see a little older track, but another buck, decent size hoof on him, going down into this piece. So I think we'll at least get him moving today, scare some. We'll get geared up, fill the Amish machine gun full of core locks, and we'll be ready to roll. All right, let's get at it. Well, if you're wondering if it was a buck, he come up and hit them alders quick. think we were going to find him laying down here, but he grazed a little bit. Now he just seems to be wandering, so I can't go too fast through here. There's a lot of deer tracks, and it's thick, and I don't want to make too much noise. It's really quiet out right now. I think the wind's supposed to pick up, which would be nice, but any time now would be good. Pretty good deer trail right here. He walked down, came back, went out through here. Spot where he went up and then come back. It's hard going through this stuff, so we're not screwing around. We're saving all the time we can. Really expecting him to lay down here somewhere, but he just keeps going and going. So there's his bed right there. We'll see if he got up walking or running. He walked out of here, so hopefully into some nicer woods. There's a second bed over there. We may not be out of the woods yet. this thick stuff. I'd say we're on him. He knows we're here now. And that much of a chance in here. He's headed for the road, which is good. The other side's much better. This is when you're really gonna want it. Those half-hour tracks are nice, but I don't really care much what he looks like after going through this. If I see him, he's gonna die. Well, let's push our way through. Across the brook right there. Very shallow right there. I'll skip across. Cut his track off. You walk across the road there. Run down here. went in there. So, I guess snack time. Actually, that buck come back across only maybe 300 yards down from where I went in on him, so we'll get in the truck, eat lunch, get warm, hopefully go kill that buck. Okay, I've given him almost half an hour, so hopefully he's forgotten about us and we'll go sneak up on him and kill him. That's the game plan anyway. So, let's go. He just made a little loop-de-loop. He's just walking. I'm just putting along behind him, trying to stay quiet. Hoping to catch him up ahead. Jump track back there. It was a bigger track. It was definitely older, but we just made up a bunch of time. Found his bed. It's a big bed. The tracks look a lot fresher walking away from here, so he's up on the move. We got a good 3 hours of daylight left, so we'll give it hell. I jumped him again. Might have winded me. Oh boy. I might have spoke too soon. He just took a few hops and back to walking here. I just crossed Aaron's track. He was on a big buck. Looks like it bedded right there. I got a little bit of sorting out to do. Figure out where that buck I'm tracking went. Well, I'd gotten a message from Aaron saying he'd seen the deer. It looked like two bucks running together. I'm thinking that one I jumped this morning got in front of him. Because he's right on all these tracks going this way. Here's another bed right here. Old bed there. Moose track here. Buck track headed up that way. I don't have time. But it's been a productive day. I know there's deer in here. I think we might get a little snow tonight. There's that buck track. And there's his bed. He's walking out. In a good direction too. I'm backtracking that buck and doe out of here. You see where they digging up, eating ferns. Over there too. And there. Climbed up on that bench. Laid down so they could look back their backtrack. So if we find one that feeds and it's headed towards one of those, we're going to make a big loop around. If there's no track coming out, we'll sneak in and try to kill him in his bed. I don't think the bucks are done yet. saw my buck.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you did. How close to the those beds were you when you saw a deer?
Probably 100 yards down past him.
Yeah, that's where I crossed your tracks, right? I see 3 beds right along that track right there. The first one, that's where that buck that I brought out come on, run right at.
He's a good buck.
Yeah?
I saw where they were feeding up there,
Yeah.
and a couple times where he stuck his nose in the ground, you could see his tine marks where they hitting the snow. Like he had.
Did you get a look at his rack when he jumped?
I could see him a little bit, yeah. But I was up in a mess of stuff.
I know where you were, yeah.
And you couldn't really, like, I was 70, 80 yards, I think, from him. So it was kind of hard. I just see one go and I see the other one go. And it was the bigger one was behind, I think it was a doe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I could see his rack a little bit. There's a good group up in here.
Yeah, there's a couple big bucks in there because I come down, because once I figured out that, because I'm like, shit, this, and I kept looking, he never stepped in your tracks. So I'm like, he saw it, and when I got your message, I was up there. I was almost into that thick stuff. We'd gone up through the hardwoods. I told you that I jumped him, but I didn't jump him. He was walking along, and he took like 3 jumps before we got into that thick stuff and just started walking again.
So he must have been down here earlier and then come up, went there.
I got him out of his bed down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
it was a mess. It was real mess down there.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, I'm gonna get him across the road, and then I'll give him time to calm down. So I did. I come out, and the truck was only 300 yards down the road, so I went and got the truck, had something to eat, and I'll give him a little time there. Give him a half hour. I got in, and he was just walking the whole time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I knew once I got close to him, I like these tracks, like he's gonna be right here somewhere.
But I see more bed. I see a giant buck bed.
Yeah.
Well, that one that you come up, that's a good size.
Pretty good one. Yeah.
Well, I see a couple more on benches there coming down the ridge. There's some deer in here. There's a couple big bucks. So.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Still got 3 more days.
3 days. We'll get one.